Good afternoon, Boom Beach. You're watching Snuggles Plays, and I'm your host, the one, the only. Yes, it's your favourite gal. It's me, Snuggles. Hello, everybody out there. Hello to all my fellow boomers. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, evening, afternoon, whatever time of the day it is for you in the world. And I'd like to wish my fellow UK boomers a very happy Shrove Tuesday, also affectionately known as Pancake Day. Yes, it is Pancake Day or Shrove Tuesday for us here in the UK. I think it's just for us here in the UK. I don't think any other countries have it. Maybe it's a Europe-wide thing rather than just a UK thing. I'm not actually entirely sure. I'm sure somebody who knows that will pop a comment down below for me, but I know it definitely is a UK special day. I don't know the history of it. I think it's actually it's known as Shrove Tuesday. I think the history, I don't know the history of it, but I think it's got something to do with sin, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I hope all my fellow boomers out there have made some lovely pancakes today, or are planning on making some lovely pancakes today. I will be making some lovely pancakes later on, after I have had my dinner. So today, guys, I thought I'd do just a quick Mega Crab sort of wrap up and review as to what I thought of it, let you guys know where I finished and all that kind of stuff. Also, I thought we might as well take a look at the new tribes. We have the new tribes, guys. Here they are. And for all of those who saw the leaked image just a few days ago of the tribes, that leaked image was entirely correct, because this is what we've got, guys. This is what we've got. And, you know, I think you all agree with me when I say that they're all a little bit rubbish, really. I'll go through them one by one and just have a little bit of a discussion about them. But in general, these are some of the worst tribes that we've had. They're a little bit crappy, a little bit rubbish. But we just have to make the best of them as best we can, guys. So let's start with resource production, Spirit Dancer tribe. So for all the max level players out there, that will basically not be very helpful at all, because, you know, max level, we don't need the resources for anything now at max level, apart from gold. So that will be useful for max level players to get more gold. For lower level players, that tribe will be very, very good, and I recommend that you boost it to the max if you are a low level player and you're still upgrading stuff, because it will 50% boost your resource production. That will greatly help you out with your upgrades. You'll get more resources, which should help you with those high level upgrades, or higher level upgrades as they get more expensive. I've boosted mine to 5 out of 5, even though I'm a max level player, just simply for just to really have more resources to put into the raw crystals, basically, and for the gold, and that's basically it, as I'm sure a lot of other max level players will have the same reasonings for doing, or they might just not do it at all. Anyway, let's move on. Lifewell tribe, medkit healing, 55% increase in the medkit healing. Now, this is actually one of the best ones this week, as far as I'm concerned, and it basically will help out anyone doing pretty much, or using pretty much any troop combo. Because for most troop combos, whether you're a low level or a high level max level player, you 9 times out of 10 we all do need to use medkits in our attacks and things. So I think this one is good for everybody. What troop combos will it specifically help? It will be very good for RZCM, which obviously has the M there for medics. I don't actually know why I said that, because it's medkit, not medics. But anyway, yeah, it will be very good for RZCM, healing up those riflemen. It will be very good for T-meds, that's tanks and medics. Yeah, I don't know why I said that again, actually, because I'm confusing in my head medics and medkits. Sorry guys, I'm talking a bit rubbish there. But anyway, it's going to be good for pretty much all troop combos. Because as I said, you know, we all kind of need to heal our troops most of the time for most troop combos, so that's going to be good for everybody. Moving right along, Ember Fury tribe, Cryoneer health. Now, pretty much the only troop combo that this is going to be good for is your RZCM. It is one of the only troop combos that you can use Cryoneers in quite successfully, because if you didn't know already, for those lower level players, the good thing about Cryoneers is that with their ice beams, they freeze all the defenses for a certain period of time, and in doing so that slows all the defenses down, and it slows their rate of fire down by, well, at max level Cryoneer I think it is about half or something. I mean, I'm sure those maths geniuses out there that like to play around with facts and figures, and people like Shishka Bobba will probably be able to give you the exact stats on this, but I think for max level Cryoneers that it slows the rate of defenses down by about half. So they will shoot at half the speed that they normally do at your troops, which is always good, because then, you know, the slower they're firing at your troops, then the less troops generally overall that you're going to lose. So, you know, Cryoneers do work very well with RZCM. I mean, you could put them with Heavy and Zuka. You know, Hookah, heavy Zuka and Cryos, I believe work quite well. Other than that, I don't think there's actually really any other troop combo that they do work well with. So I haven't bothered to boost this one. I do use RZCM a lot, but despite that, I'm just not convinced that it's going to, you know, make much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. So I've not bothered to boost that, but you can if you like. I just think it's a bit of a meh. Anyway, moving on, guys. Fire Spike tribe, heavy damage. Now, yeah, again, not much to say about this. What is there to say about this? It's heavy damage. Heavies are obviously renowned for their health rather than their damage. At the time of recording this video, I know Zedmot has already released a video clearing his entire map using just all heavies with the heavy damage tribe boosted to full, I believe. Some of you may have seen that already, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's the proof there. It does work. It does work, guys. It's quite fun. As he said, I probably would only recommend trying something fun and silly and crazy like that if you've got endless reserves. It's just, yeah, something fun and crazy and silly. But I mean, you could boost it. I mean, if you're a passionate heavy Zuka user, it might help, I guess, but yeah, that one's not for me, so I'm not bothering to boost that one. Moving right along, Flamethrower health, Frost Banner tribe. So I've boosted this one to almost max, 4 out of 5, just because, just to stave off any RZCM attacks on my base. The logic behind that is, I know it's health, not damage, but, you know, if people come at me with RZCM and their troops are taking longer to kill flamethrowers because they've got more health on them, then the flamethrower technically should be roasting and killing more Johnsons. So, you know, I just get to kill more of their troops, and that may or may not lead to a victory for me in defending. Probably not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I've boosted it to almost full, and I will boost it to full anyway. And last but not least, Ice Guard Tribe, rocket launcher damage plus 55%. That's the max there. Again, exactly the same as the flamethrower health. I've boosted that simply to ward off against RZCM attacks, because obviously the number one splash damage defense that you want to watch out for or get rid of ideally when you're using RZCM is the rocket launchers, and if they've got more 55% plus more damage, then they should be killing more Johnsons and Zukas, and again that could lead to a victory in defending your base for you. So that's basically the only reason why I've done that. But overall, guys, these really are not very good tribes at all compared to some of the ones we've seen. So there's not really much else to say about that, but that is what they are. So moving right along, guys, Mega Crab wrap up. Okay, so Mega Crab has now finished for everybody. I hope you all had loads of fun doing it. I know I did. My Mega Crab was a bit of a grind. I just basically got to the diamond and I stopped. The reason I did that was because time was very tight for me. Time was extremely tight for me, to the point where, you know, I was down to just my last few hours, literally, and I was about a stage or two stages away from the diamond, and I wasn't even sure, because obviously I don't have endless reserves on this account and I didn't have the diamonds. I wasn't sure if I wasn't even going to have enough time while waiting for tanks to train to even get there. So I felt like I was forced to break one of my cardinal rules about games and paying real money, and I paid I went and bought 200 diamonds for £5, which I didn't want to have to do, but I just really wanted the diamond statue, so I did it, and then I got the diamond. And by the time, you know, once I got the diamond, there was only an hour and a half left of my crab left. And to be honest, I just had enough at that point and I just stopped. But I did still have 21 attacks remaining, guys, so yeah, could have got a lot further had I had more time. I get to around stage 75 to 80. I think the problem this crab was that I was also pushing on another account that I had the privilege of using, which had endless reserves on it, and I was so wrapped up in the excitement of having an account with endless reserves because it's so fun. I spent more time pushing on that one when actually I should have spent more time pushing on my main, because obviously without endless reserves it does take longer, and therefore I just ran out of time. But I did get the diamond statue, so yeah, no big scores or levels there for me. How did I find it? I'm basically a Mega Crab lover. I am passionate about Mega Crab. I could just literally play Mega Crab all day, guys, all day, all the time. So I enjoyed it despite the grind, despite the having to wait the time and everything. I enjoyed it a lot. I did think it was harder in general, this Mega Crab, than say the last two. But I think that's because we didn't have any temporary gunboat abilities. We didn't have we had the troop health boost, but obviously that's never going to be as good as like having troop damage boosts or other boosts that we've had in the past. So yeah, it was fun, it was good, I did enjoy it, but yeah, I did find it harder than the last couple of crabs. But nevertheless, no complaints as usual. In actual fact, I do have one complaint. I would actually like them to make the crab a little bit longer. Now, do you remember, guys, when the crab first came out? When the very, very, very first ever Mega Crab, it was like 7 days long. Now, okay, granted, that might have been a little bit too long, but they reduced it from 7 days to, over time, they reduced it from 7 days to 5 days, and then from 5 days, I think, to 3 days, and then from 3 days, I think it went down to what we have now, which is 2 days and 5 hours. Now, I actually just think for people without endless reserves like myself, I think that's too short. I think they need to increase it back up to 3 days at least. I would like to see future Mega Crabs be at least 3 days long. I mean, 2 days and 5 hours just seems a really random number. I mean, 2 days and 5 hours. I mean, that I'm fairly confident in saying that everybody does get the same amount of time for the crab. So I'm pretty sure it is 2 days and 5 hours. And obviously for people with endless reserves, it doesn't make a blind bit of difference because they don't have to wait any time for troops or anything. So they can just, there's no time wastage there at all. So they can just crack on. It doesn't really matter how short it is. They can probably still get the diamond and beyond. But for people with without endless reserves, I would like to see them make it a little bit longer, at least 3 days. Because 5 hours is just a random number. 2 days and 5 hours. I don't know where they've got that from, but it just seems a bit weird to me. I think it should just be a round number of days, like 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, whatever, just not like 2 days and so many hours. I just think it's weird. I'd like to see them increase it to 3 days at least, just to give those of us without endless reserves a little bit more time to get the diamond and a bit beyond that as well. But that's just my humble opinion. Let me know down below, guys, in the comments what you think. So yeah, basically that's it. That's my mega crab wrap up, and talked about the tribes. What else can we do? Oh yeah, if you haven't already looked in your boombox, guys, we have some more news here about the warships and also about the mega crab. Yeah, 1 day ago this came out. Now you've probably all seen it now, you probably all know about it, but basically we've got some new information here, some upcoming changes coming. So basically Supercell is going to bring us back all 12 mega crabs on a loop, so we get the chance to have a second bash at all of those previous mega crabs where we perhaps might not have been able to get the gold or the diamond statue. They're bringing them all back in a loop again and again and again, which I think is absolutely awesome because I'm just totally in love with the mega crab, and as I said, I could just play it all day every day. They're bringing out a new trophy as well, a legendary trophy. You can only collect it if you've already claimed the diamond trophy. I think that looks pretty sweet there, pretty smart looking. Yeah, and if you haven't yet claimed the diamond trophy, you'll need to get the diamond one first and then push for the legendary trophy in the next round. Yeah, they're allowing everyone to change their in-game name. Now, apparently this was something that quite a lot of people asked for. Now, I must be missing something here, guys, and I'm sure somebody will explain, but me personally, I don't actually understand what the desperation was for everybody wanting this feature. I don't understand why everybody wanted to be able to change their names so much, and in fact the game does already allow you to change your name once, I think. So I mean, I could understand it if maybe first time around you didn't really think very wisely about it and you chose a stupid name, a silly name, or a name that you just don't like anymore, yeah, and you want to change it. But if other than that, I just don't see why you'd want to change your name. I just don't understand that at all. I think I must have missed something, but evidently there was a lot of people that wanted this particular change, and now Supercell are bringing it. So as you can see there, they're allowing us to change our name in the game for 500 diamonds. It will be once every 7 days, and the cost of diamonds will go up every time you decide to change it. So you should think wisely about picking your name. We've got some massive news about Warships. Warships will be coming in April, and because all these new features require an update, we will be pushing the mega crab back until the update arrives. So basically, guys, no mega crab for March. There will be no March mega crab because of that, but I think I suspect that the warships will be coming out at the beginning of April, I think, and so I think we still will have a mega crab at the end of April. So we just won't get a March mega crab, but then the next month we will get an April mega crab as usual, and so on and so on and so on. So that's all the news and information and everything. Let's see how we're doing. Nearly 20 minutes. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I've babbled on long enough, and yes, that is all. Have a great day, everybody, and just remember, keep booming, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Snuggles is out. Bye.